people think about conductive education, they think of it as the miracle. It's not the miracle. It's hard work.
I think conductive education changes their attitude.
I've seen a lot of improvement in self-esteem and confidence in children.
I've seen a child go from a wheelchair to a walker and now to quad canes.
And then one day I walked in and he picked up his head and said hi. So that just really, it was awesome.
Parents came to pick her up. She walked to the door by herself and they cried. They cried.
All children should have the opportunity to learn.
I stretch them out. I stretch my arms out. I lift my head up. And I am standing tall.
The Center for Independence here in Countryside started as a parent-driven program. Patty Herbst, the director, has a son, Justin, with cerebral palsy. And she heard through friends and colleagues of an intervention called conductive education. And you had to go to Ontario, Canada. She was so impressed with that she started to bring a program to the Chicago area for summers. She worked hard to get funding to start a year-round program, and so now you have a year-round program. And again, did a lot of research about what would make this a model program, a best program, and came up with putting medical people and education people and parents on the board of directors, and from there designing a program that included PTs and OTs and conductors working together in concert with each other.
Let's try and hold on to it with 2 hands, okay, guys? Which one would you like?
Conductive education helps children with physical disabilities by helping them to learn how to use their body and through motor retraining.
Music is involved in the program to offer the children a basis to move. It's a 4-beat count. And so it's more of a, it's not music like a rock and roll or a Mozart music, but it's more to offer a cadence and a rhythm.
Hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises, hooray, and up she rises early in the morning.
Conductive education helps children with cerebral palsy because it teaches them how to use their body. It allows them the time to develop the strength and endurance to learn motor skills.
Conductive education varies from traditional therapy just in the method that it's delivered. Typically in the U.S., traditional therapy can be considered to be delivered 60 minutes a week or 30 minutes a week. Oftentimes it's in an individual setting.
I think the thing that sets apart conductive education apart from traditional therapy is the group setting. The children, oftentimes when they're in traditional therapy, really don't want to be in that room alone with a therapist.
The group works as a motivative power also. Emotionally, it works. A group could be 6, 8, 10 kids, which means they socialize a lot, they talk to each other back and forth, they get input from each other. Let's say we do an activity. The one child can see the other one did something, so it motivates the child, I can do it.
I mean, it's just amazing, you know, that a lot of times the children will come in not realizing what they can and can't do, and having people their whole lives do things for them, not realizing either what they can and can't do, and then all of a sudden the children are like, oh, I can do this, you know, and they want to do it. And I think they're more social here too. You know, they relate with each other and they encourage each other, and they can, you know, maybe they've both been through surgery before, so they can talk about those kind of things, and where it's may not be as easy, you know, at their school.
All of us seek out others that are like us. It's, I think, human nature to seek out people that are similar to us because we draw comfort from them, we draw support. We've had children that came into our program who have never met another child with CP, who has never met another child that walked with a walker. And just a few weeks ago, we had a mom who brought her 9-year-old child into our program who was walking with a walker. And she came in, sat in our group, went through the group program, and in the middle of it, was crying. And I went over to her and said, you know, what's the matter? What can I do to help you? She said, you know, I've never met another child with CP. That, to me, is wrong. Firstly, because I think parents change. Parents are the reason change occurs.
What does it say? It says super bite. Good job.
My confidence in conductive education as a technique that helps children with cerebral palsy really comes from the success that I've seen for children.
When you see a child come to the center on the first day, there are a lot of, I can't do it. And when you encourage a child in the right direction with the right temperament, and you see the child learn, yes, I can do it.
So we start at a level where they are, and we just work with them, and then the main goal is to get them as independent as they can be.
When parents came to pick her up Friday, when it was a long weekend, she walked to the door by herself, and they cried. They cried, everyone cried, because that was the first time they saw how the little girl could go by herself.
You want the miracle. You want your child to get up and walk tomorrow. It's not the miracle. It's hard work. It's sweat equity. It's elbow grease. My personal dream for the center, all children should have the opportunity to learn, regardless of their background.